Hello everyone. Today we have our special guest with us from Argentina, Maitena Moreno ma'am. She works for the well-being as well as the personal development for social change. We welcome you ma'am from the whole Bloggers Alliance family and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for this invitation. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So ma'am, you have been working for the personal development leading to the social change. So how are these connected in your perspective?
Well, from my point of view, internal and external work are two sides of the same coin, you know. The more aware we become, the more we can bring out change in our communities. And conscious and committed work is also self-rewarding. Generosity is self-rewarding. We feel good, so we want to keep going. It's a kind of circle. And let me tell you something curious about this. We usually think that personal work comes first. You know, first we have to focus on loving ourselves. We have to deepen our self-knowledge. We have to learn how to handle with our emotions, and only then we are ready to make a positive impact out there. However, I've seen many social entrepreneurs and activists doing amazing work, amazing things for others, and they they haven't looked at themselves so much. They have even deprived themselves of self-care, and after a while they realize they need to look inside too. And in these cases, self-knowledge comes during and even after outside action or transformation. And it's perfectly fine, you know. I don't think they are wrong. So for me, it doesn't really matter where you start, but that you include both worlds, personal development and a contribution to the world. In fact, it is so important that specialists have begun to talk about inner development goals, not just the well-known SDGs, inner development goals. So all over the world, we are heading to a more holistic approach, and I think that's very good news.
True, ma'am. The development for others as well as inner development both are very important. And ma'am,
Mm.
you are also a well-being leader at Effecto Colibri and have also made content, podcast, articles, and many other things related to wellness. So, love to know about that also.
Okay. Interestingly, in 2018, I traveled to India to explore the social enterprise ecosystem, and I traveled with a group of amazing women. And this trip was eye-opening for me. I realized that the social entrepreneurs who were driving or leading this impact organization had a clear purpose and had high levels of self-awareness. But then, when I started researching about their mental health, I realized they were in such a critical situation. Not only them, but change makers from all over the world. They have actually nowadays higher levels of burnout, depression, anxiety than everybody else. So that was a turning point that defined the next steps in my career. I wonder, how can we care for those caretakers? Who cares for those um, people who are affecting positive change? So I joined Effecto Colibri, a podcasting and consultancy agency that had already been working on this issue, and I began writing and interviewing well-being specialists. I learned a lot. I'm still learning actually, and that's one of the things I am most excited about. And maybe the most important thing is that this content is available for everybody. It's free. So that's a very key aspect.
Ma'am, very beautiful inspiration that how can we care for the one who are the caretakers. And yes, the content is freely available for everyone, so it's great. And ma'am, you have been working as a wellness coach and mentoring women as well. So also you are a social potential mentor. So what are some of the crucial factors you look upon while you mentor those people?
I would say from the mentee point of view, the most important thing is to be open to change and to surrender, to trust the process. Being curious is another key aspect too. And from the mentor point of view, I think one of the most important things is creating a safe space, building trust. So whatever needs to emerge can arise. And it is essential to be extremely careful with our interventions, to, to be able to perceive at what stage of the process the other person is, and to provide the right words and tools at the right time, neither before nor after. So I think opportunity in our intervention is crucial.
Truly said, ma'am. Opportunity, timing, all plays an important role.
Sure.
And ma'am, can you tell us your journey and the major milestones as a career and purpose mentor?
Yes, of course, my pleasure. Well, right now I'm speaking from Argentina, and in this part of the world, when you are 17, those who finish high school and are privileged enough to go to university usually do a vocationally orientation to decide what to study. However, after graduation, we would work for more than 4 decades. And during that long period, we usually don't ask for help, professionally speaking. Never again. Isn't it crazy? And this is not because we don't need it. In fact, we faced many, many crises in those years. Uh, and we have these turning points when we ask ourselves, do I really enjoy my job? Does this job get out the best of me? Do I need to change my workplace? Am I reaching the edge of the cycle? Does my work make the impact I want to? Or all these questions in our head, in our mind. My job is to guide people to reinvent themselves professionally so they can offer the best of themselves to others and at the same time work on something that fulfills them. Also, what we want at each career stage may be different because we are changing. And on the other hand, what is required from us changes along the way because the challenges out there change too. So it's a kind of delicate dance. I work at the intersection, inner and outer work, my desires, my passions, my interests, and what is needed from me, you know? So that's my job basically.
Very inspiring, ma'am. Very interesting. Thank you so much, ma'am. That
Thank you.
was it from my side. If you want to share anything else from our audience, you may.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me um, and letting me show this delicate work we are doing in this part of the world and for the world because we work internationally. So thank you very much.
Thank you so
My
much,
pleasure.
ma'am, for sharing your journey and your interesting life experience. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.